Okay, shall we start? Yes? Okay. Hope the presentation is visible. It is visible. Yeah. Yeah. Everyone can see?
Yeah, it's visible, visible.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Okay, so we are in our second session of strategic operational effectiveness and continuous improvement. So this topic is all about how organizations take effective steps to improve the efficiency of its operations. So the operations is all about like managing the day to day the activities functions, whatever the core functions or whatever the core activities the organizations carry out. So how do they manage it, how do they take control of it, and how do they plan for it? So they have so many strategies to do this thing. So what are all the not all organization follows the same strategy. Though there are n number of strategies available or n number of techniques available, not all the organizations do the same thing, share the same thing. But depending upon the type of the product or type of the components they produce, or depending upon the type of production it goes on. So based on the type of the production or the type of the organization, for example, service industry is different from manufacturing industry, right? So based on the type of the organization and based on what operations it carries out. Say, for example, whether it's just customer service or is it something technical operations. So what type of operations they carry. So it all depends on this. Okay, so what strategy or what technique they are going to implement to take control of their operations and thereby improving their operational efficiency. So we started off with what is operations management, meaning and definition of operations management, and we saw that it's a systematic approach, and it has a cross-functional integration, and this is for maximizing efficiency. So when I mention maximizing the efficiency, so what do we understand here is making use of almost all the resources which they have in hand, optimizing the resources. Okay, so whether the resources, the human resource, or the the material resource, or it could be the time, or it could be the money, or it could be the machinery, or it could be the technology, so whatsoever. So maximum utilization of the resources, make sure no wastage is happening during the process, before the process, and after the process, and thereby implementing a continuous improvement in the organization, in all the levels of the organization, and cross functional integration also. Because if imagine a company which has multiple departments or multiple projects, if one standalone project or one standalone department works on the efficiency part and the other departments doesn't, so there will not be any synchronization in the activities, right? There will not be any synchronization in the operations. So it should be a cross-functional integration where all the departments, all the levels of the organization, and all the projects, whatever they are involved into, so they should have some integration between them, so that the efficiency concept, the factor, it can be carried out in and every process in the organization, not just sales, not just marketing, not just production, not just finance, or not just human resource management, but each and every operation carried out in the organization. Then we saw where and all it could be utilized, these techniques, okay, these strategies or these techniques. So almost all organizations have started using it previously, before 1970s or 60s, these technologies were confined to only one particular type of industry. For example, we discussed about JIT, right? Just in time technology, just in time strategy. So this was it originated from the Toyota production system in Japan. Okay, so this was uh, followed. This was more like drafted, implemented, and followed to have a streamlined operations and thereby minimizing the wastage in automobile manufacturing. So it all started with the automobile industry. So slowly the other automobile industries also know like they have started using this JIT technology and thereby having control over their inventory, having eliminating the warehousing or eliminating the storage factor. But this JIT nowadays, no, like most organizations follow. Not only it is no like implemented in automobile production facilities, almost in all the production units, no, all over the world, no, many organizations have started using it. Independent, no, what do you say, no, irrelevant of no like any type of products. It could be no like FMCG product, it could be no like IT product, and it could be like a component, could be anything. So almost no like many organizations have started using JIT. So manufacturing, service sector, healthcare, logistics especially, and wherever the supply chain concept comes, no yes, these techniques are widely used. And what is the importance and significance? It reduces cost, and especially when it comes to automative tasks. Okay, so few tasks has to be done on an automated basis, no, on a daily basis and an automated basis. So those type of tasks, it has reduced the errors. Errors has been minimized, reduced, and in few cases it has been completely eliminated. Errors have been completely eliminated, and wastages have been eliminated. Wastages have been reduced while when organizations follow this strategy. So competitive advantage, it gives a competitive advantage to the company, because any company which strictly follows any of these strategies, combination of any of these strategies, will obviously gain an advantage in the market, because their operations are streamlined, their efficiency has increased, thereby giving more output. Overall, the organization has moved to the next level. And quality improvement. So while continuously implementing it, there will be an improvement in the quality as well. Mr. Yunus, can you mute your audio, because I could hear the background noises?
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Uh, so what are the challenges and limitations? So could it be done anytime, anywhere, for any operations? Of course, yes, it could be done, but there are some certain limitations are there. The first thing is the complexity. Depends on for which operation or what type of activity you're going to implement this strategy. So depending on the number of units which is going to be produced, or depending on the type of production, like we have batch production, we have line production, we have assembly order. So depending on the type of operations, uh, it may have some limitations or drawbacks, and uncertainty. So dealing with unpredictable demand, since the market is very dynamic, even though these organizations plan in advance on everything, each and everything, whatever the customer keeping in mind the customer's needs and demands. So sometimes there would be few things which is out of our reach, out of our hand. That is the demand in the market, frequent change of demand in the market. So because of uncertainty, sometimes there will be some limitations while implementing. And resource constraints, say for example, a company has strictly followed the lean technology, the lean methodology, thereby minimizing the waste and maximizing the production. So everything is done. So once they have launched the product in the market, now the product has become an it is out of trend. Okay, so the company has cut down the cost, thereby minimizing the wastages. Okay, so they have minimized the wastages because they have strictly followed the lean methodology. But though they have done everything, they have launched the product, or they are into like launching the product in the market, but no, suddenly there is a new trend, a change in the demand in the from the customer side. So they don't want this product anymore. So in this case, what the company can do? So uncertainty also like plays a role in limiting the efficiency. Then resource constraints. So depending on the resources available, like capital, the labor, the equipment, the materials, component, and other environmental factors, political factors, geographical factors. So all this, maybe it may be act as a constraint while implementing this technology. And change management, like whether each and every employee, every worker in the organization accepts this, and is ready to change and implement this technology from their side, whether they are ready to adapt for this implementation. So that also matters. So these are the few constraints we have discussed. Then the roles and responsibilities of an operations manager. So many responsibilities are there, no? Like I have just given the main three responsibilities. There is strategic planning, process optimization, and resource management. So what would be the trends and future of the operations management? The digitization, it's already going on. AI integration already happening. Robotics, yes, already happening. And more usage of AI and more usage of data driven decision making. So that may happen in the future. And AI prediction. Okay, so now we have many the softwares, and there are many technologies which can predict the future demand with the help of AI. So that's going to be happening. And the sustainability factor, whether the companies nowadays likes or dislikes, that doesn't matter, but they have to strictly go with the compliance and sustainability factors, because they shouldn't be doing any harm to the environment. So that happens. And the flexibility, so with the agile manufacturing, flexibility will also be happening, and already it's happening. Yes. And globalization, we have already moved into globalization phase. We know very well, right? We can get international products in local market, and when we go internationally, we can get local markets in international markets as well, right? So globalization is already happening, and that's going to further expand to new territories in the future. Okay, so then we saw, okay, what is the operations management? That is done, that is done. Okay, how it all started. So from where the concept of operations management it came into this thing. So after industrialization, especially this uh, I mean, after 1960s, especially after the World War II, and there was a Great Depression happening in those days. So once the war started slowly coming out of that depression period, that is a great regress period, so slowly, this automation and integration of technology, usage of AI, and experimental AI, and customization. Even when mass production is happening, so all these things all this uh, things where events were happening. So that is how it was evolved. Then we saw the process, so input, transformation, and output components. So input, what and all we input? So we input manpower, material, machine, money, information, technology, time, everything we input. So what gets transformed there? Product design gets transformed into a product. Planning becomes the product. Production, control, maintenance. And the output factors are the final products, that is the products and the services finally which is being given to the consumers. So there are certain variables here which may keep on changing, depends on the market's demand. So inventory, it can keep on changing. Quantity of the materials produced, components produced, it may vary. And cost, the price, it may vary. Then we saw the difference between the plan and strategy. So strategy is the like the first the step a company takes. So what it wants to achieve, then comes the plan, how it is going to achieve. Okay, so we have seen the difference. Yes, that is done. And we have seen the types of planning, the aggregate planning and GRP planning. So aggregate planning is for quite a long period, so from 6 months to 8 months, where GRP planning is for the the present shortage, to like overcome the present shortage of like goods services. We go for distribution requirement plan, DRP. So then we saw the type of strategies, the level strategy, chase strategy, and hybrid strategy. So in level strategy, so where the company usually, they continuously produces the goods non-stop, especially, like this FMCG companies, companies which produce the FMCG product, fast moving consumer goods product. So they continuously, like supply the goods to the market, in, like, like it relevant of the demand, like whatever demand is happening in the market. Sometimes it may rise, sometimes it may go down, but the flow of goods will be, like almost every day it would be the same. Then comes the chase strategy, that is, like matching the demand of the market accordingly. The units will be produced and supplied to the market. That is the chase strategy. Then hybrid strategy, which is like the combination of two, and which enables to associate low cost production and differentiation. Okay, so then comes the techniques. So what are all the strategy, the techniques, operational techniques, the management techniques, which helps the organizations or a product operations manager to take control of the operations, to strictly monitor the operations, to stop whenever like it's possible, and repeat it, automate it, take control of it, plan it, execute it. So these are the techniques available. More than these, like many techniques are there, but these are the world famous techniques, usually which the organizations follow. So we all know about just in time. Just in time is all about asking the suppliers for an organization. So it asks its suppliers to supply the required components just before the process starts. And this process could be the production process, or an assembly line process, or a service process, or it could be anything. Okay. So asking the suppliers, okay, to supply the products or the required components just before the process starts. So in this case, the organizations which ask their suppliers to go for JIT have to make sure that these suppliers are located close to the plant. Say, for example, an automobile manufacturing unit, say Toyota. So it is asking its suppliers to like supply the required components. So a car has multiple components, right? Thousands of components, so which is being like hundreds of components, so arranged together, to make it as a whole car, right? So each component will be supplied by different suppliers, right? There is a possibility. And Toyota has to make sure, if Toyota is like say located in like say Sharjah, and the production plant is located in Sharjah. So in that case, the suppliers has to be very closely, they should be located to the Toyota production plant, so that there wouldn't be any bottleneck in the supply. So on a daily basis, or whenever like Toyota plant requires the required components, these suppliers who are very closely located, so they could like easily supply it to the factory premise. Okay, so this is the just-in-time concept. So why just-in-time? What is the purpose? It completely, avoids the warehouse concept. So there is no need for like storing of the required components well in advance. So if you're not storing anything, if you're not warehousing anything, so you don't have to spend for it, right? You can save hell lot of money in that, right? Because maintaining a warehouse or maintaining a storage unit is not an easy process. You have to allocate a separate space for that. You need separate space for that. And you need to like spend money for that. And you have to like appoint engage employees, no, to take care of the storage location, and you have to provide the required, the infrastructure and the other utilities there, like light, AC units, and all, like the ventilation, the racking system, the material handling equipments, the this forklift trucks. So all these, like pallets, these are all, like like absorbs more money, right? So you have to spend more on this. Organization have to spend more on, like maintaining a warehouse or maintaining a storage location. So this whole concept of no storage warehousing, it could be avoided if an organization follows the just-in-time technique. So therefore, it can save a lot of money. It can save space. It can save energy. It can save, like any accidents happen, right? So obviously, if there is no warehouse storage, accidents will not happen, right? Yeah. So then comes the Jidoka technique. Advantages. Okay, disadvantages there when a company follows JIT. For example, if they like suddenly require a component, say for example, if the production is going on, the supplier has already supplied the required components, say 100 units they have already supplied, and the production has started, and in the mid of the production, suddenly there is a breakage of a machine, or there is like a breakage in the conveyor system, or there is like a electricity shutdown sometime. Okay, so in that case, a few components or few work in process goods, okay, components, it may get damaged, or like few components, it may get broken down. Okay, because under the production, when it is happening, when these things, unexpected things happen, like there is a chance, few of the components, though the company will be maintaining a buffer stock, buffer inventory, but if the damage is like high, the damage is too much. So for example, the buffer stock it already has is 20, so number of units it has to produce is 100, but no, the number of units which has been damaged during the production is now say 40 or 45. So buffer stock we have only 20, but we need 20 or 25 more components, to manage the situation. Okay, so in that case, JIT technique will not be working, because the next set of components they will be like supplying only the next day or the next production process. So obviously, like there will be a bottleneck, and disadvantages, like standoff. Sometimes, the production or process is relied on the suppliers. So if the suppliers, they are late to supply the product, or no, they have some bottleneck situation in their, warehouse, or in their capacity, in their place. So obviously, the required components they couldn't supply on time to the production floor, on time to the the processing flow. So in that case, obviously there will be a situation. So there are no certain disadvantages, but JIT is more advantageous for organizations which wants to minimize the cost, or eliminate the cost in maintaining a warehouse or a storage location. Then comes the Jidoka. So Jidoka is a Japanese term. It means automation, not complete automation. Jidoka suggests 50% automation and 50% that should be manual intervention. So don't go with 100% automation. So what happens is, if you go with 100% automation, if there is a shutdown, or there is a like a breakage time, or there is a some error has happened at the time of the process. So obviously, it won't stop. The process won't stop. It will only keep on continuously producing the defective products. The machines will continuously produce the defective products. So there should be a human intervention there. So if anything goes wrong, immediately the process should stop. So human, with the help of human intervention, the process should be set right, and wastages should be immediately eliminated, and once again, the process should start. Okay, so that's why Jidoka strongly suggests go for automation, but don't go for full automation. So have manual intervention as well. So it is a quality control process used in the TPS, that is Toyota Production System, which applies the following four principles. Detect the abnormality. When the process is going on, if there is any anomaly or abnormality, so detect it with the help of human intervention, stop it, fix and correct the correct the defects and take some immediate action, and then investigate the root cause and install a countermeasure. So this could be done by manual intervention, human intervention. So go for automation, but don't go for fully automated process or something. So go for a partial part of it could be like automated, and the remaining part should be handled by humans. So this is a difference between when company tries to follow the Jidoka technique. So if you go for fully automation, what happens is work is easier, but people still machine watching, because there will not be any human intervention, and there is no point of engaging people in that that unit, right? Because fully it is automated. There is no use for human at all. So, but in Jidoka automation, productivity improves when people and multi-process handlers are handling everything. So then when it comes to automation, machines run to end of cycle or until stop button is pushed. It may continuously produce, no, there is no stoppage in between. So even if defective items are being produced, we will continuously start producing defective items till the stop button is pushed. But in Jidoka automation, machines can detect errors and stop autonomously. So when it comes to quality, machine crashes and mass production of defects can occur. But when we are following Jidoka automation, defects and machine crashes are prevented by auto stop. So when it comes to response to problems, automation, no, errors are found later part only. That is at the end of the process. Root cause correction takes longer. But in Jidoka automation, errors cause machine to stop and root cause can be found quicker. So this is the concept of Jidoka. Situation deviates from the normal workflow. A machine detects a problem and communicates it. The line is stopped immediately, and manager or the supervisor, that is like any human engaged in that process, so removes the cause of the problem, and then improvements incorporated into the standard workflow. So then comes the Kanban. You might have heard about this. I don't know how many of you are working in, uh, say production unit or a processing unit or, like warehouses. Not sure. But uh, Kanban is like a method which helps. It's like a signboard. Kanban is a signboard actually. So it will show like what process has been done. So what is going on right now and what process has to be done tomorrow, or no, after the present process has been done. Once it is completed, so what should happen next, what should be carried out next. Okay, so not only this, but all the factors which related to the process, that is no, for example, if the Kanban board like it displays what process has been done, it clearly indicates that who has done the process, what is the process, how many machines were involved, then who were working on the machines, how many workers for each machines, what are their names, and what shifts they are into, and how many units were materials were taken for process, and how many was the output, how long the process went on, who was the shift supervisor or the floor manager at that time of the process. So everything, okay, each and every factor with related to the process will be given in the Kanban. And if it is the next column will be like the uh, ongoing process, so working process, what is actually happening right now. The same information, same factors, no, with related to the factor, I mean, with related to the term or with related to the function. So that would be given. So what is going on now? What process is going on? What type of production is going on? Line production or batch production or job shop production or assembly line production, or who is the supervisor, who is the floor manager, how many people are like involved, how many machineries are functioning. So how many, like workers on each machinery, machine A, machine B. So everything, how many components are like a working process units are being, like engaged. So everything it shows when the process has started, when it is supposed to stop. Okay, so everything will be given. So to do, doing, and done. So this is the Kanban board. So how it helps? So easy identification and like knowing of responsibilities of each and every people, in the production floor or in the process floor, right? So they don't have to know like unwantedly like waste time by like going to the supervisor's place and asking for the clarification and anything. So all they have to look is look into the Kanban board and they can understand, like where they stand, what they have to do. So where they should get the resources and when they should complete it. So what resources they should use. So everything is like it's listed there in the Kanban board. So they can do this by visualizing their flow of work, limiting work in process, and stopping, starting, finishing. Kanban method gets its name from the use of Kanban, that is signaling mechanisms to control work in progress for intangible work products. So Kanban, it means signboard. So it's a scheduling system for lean manufacturing, which comes under the JIT technique. So Taichi Ohno, so he is the industrial engineer who was working at Toyota and he developed the Kanban to improve manufacturing efficiency. So this system, it takes its name from the cars that track the production. So it is also known as Toyota nameplate system. So all these concepts, it rose from the Toyota production system. There is a Toyota product plan, okay, which was like in Japan, and this JIT, Kanban, Muri, and like few other concepts like Kaizen, Jidoko. So all these concepts, it is TPS concepts. So, what are the principles of Kanban? It is structured to address the human tendency to resist the change. So, start with what you do now. Understand current process as they are actually practiced and respect existing roles, responsibilities, and job titles. Then agree to pursue improvement through evolutionary change and encourage acts of leadership at every level. So, what are its service delivery principles? Understand and focus on your customers' needs and expectations. Manage the work, let people self organize around it, and evolve policies to improve customer and business outcomes. So, next comes the Kaizen. Kaizen means continuous improvement. This is again a TPS, uh, like a product of TPS. So, involves building organizational culture and instilling in its people a value system stressing that processes can be improved indeed. And improvement is an integral part of every employee's job. So continuous improvement, where not only in the operations, not only in the managerial functions, but also in the strategic plans. So continuous improvement in each and every level of the organization, each and every activity, operations carried out in the organization, every employee of the organization, and in every department of the organization. So whatever happens in the organization, whether it be like people or like other factors, there should be a continuous improvement. If the companies fail to improve after certain period of time, okay, so it may lose its value, the brand value, it may lose its brand value in the market, in the industry. So that is why, like this technique, this strategy, asks organization, continuously evolve, like not just like the old one. So that should be something new, whether it's a product you provide or the service you provide or the operations you carry on, whatever it is, there should be an improvement, there should be an enhancement, there should be some results, like some more results has to be, like happening. So this process is formalized by Kaizen as a part of TPS, the Japanese word which means continuous improvement. So it's a Sino-Japanese word for improvement, referring to business activities that continuously improve all functions and involve all employees in a business. And it refers to business activities that continuously improve in all functions, employees, that is from line employees to the CEO of the company. And it also applies to process such as purchasing, logistics, cross-organizational boundaries, and into the supply chain. And it has been applied in many industries, not just limited, but many industries. So next is no the SOCO. This is another strategy for improving the efficiency and improving the quality and taking control of the operations, managing the operations. So SOCO means no like it's quality in Japanese term, and this refers to no the SOCO circle team. So team of members from operational level employees. Okay, so few representatives from the operational level employees. So they join this quality circle team, that is the SOCO team. So what these people do is they meet, say, in a certain, intervals. For example, like they may meet once in a week, or they may have a meeting every day uh, on a certain time, or they may meet in once in like a month. So it depends on how the type of, I mean, it depends on what type of people uh, or in this quality circle, okay, within this group. So it depends on the operations as well. So if the operations is more complex, more units are being used during the production, more units are produced, and more units are stored or warehoused, or the service is more complex. In that cases, quality circle group too, they can meet very frequently. Maybe every day, almost every day they can meet. So what they will do after meeting, what they will do, they will discuss about the improvements that has happened in the process area. Okay, say for example, if there's a production floor, so these people, these representatives from the operational level, they meet and discuss about how far the process has improved, what are all the bottlenecks they are facing, what more resources they require, and how can they acquire it. So once everything has been discussed, and once they have arrived to a conclusion, and this conclusion will be taken to the top management and discussed with them. So if at all there is a need for the top management to provide any benefits or facilities to this operational level employees, so that they can improve the process, they can improve the quality. So top management will decide about that and do the implementation part. So this is the best way to unnecessarily avoid the control of the managers, because mostly people who are in the managerial level, they take control of the operational level employees, right? So with the help of SOCO circles, it's the operational level people who meet and takes decision for better operations, for for better output. So there is no need for the managerial intervention. No, so that is not happening here. The supervisory intervention, no, that is not happening here, because these people take necessary steps to improve the quality, thereby improving the work environment. So using this technique, the employees can work with complete dedication, commitment by reducing mental tension and the rate of rejection, rework, and solving work-related challenges. So this is the quality circle process. So organization, so 8 to 10 members within the same area or a same project, okay, say they form a group. So group process, data collection, problem analysis will be done, and listing alternatives, consensus, brainstorming. So that will they will not, it will happen in the group, and they will not check for the cause and effect, data collection and analytics they will do, and they will come with the solution and implement the solution and monitor the process. So next technique is Six Sigma. So you might have heard about it, Six Sigma. So what is Six Sigma? Six Sigma focuses on uh, what do you say? The minimizing the error. Lean is all about minimizing the wastage. Six Sigma focuses on minimizing the error. So it is not like put forwarded by an American engineer, Bill Smith, while this person was working in Motorola. Okay. So these strategies, it seeks to improve manufacturing quality by identifying and removing the causes of defects and minimizing variability in manufacturing and business process. So wherever the bottlenecks may happen or already happened, so using the Six Sigma process, these things can be easily identified and immediately it could be eliminated. So this is done by using empirical and statistical quality management. There are many statistical calculations, for Six Sigma implementation. You can do fishbone analysis, that is Pareto charts. Then you can do histograms, and there are multiple regression analysis and many statistical illustrations analysis part is there. So thereby, whatever process, the organization is doing, manufacturing or retailing or servicing or selling, marketing, financing, whatever process the organization does. So the overall operations, it should have very minimum errors. So out of 110 million products, the maximum error approved is 3 point something the ratio. Okay, 3 point something. Only so maximum three defects are allowed out of 10 million products. So if more than three defects happens, it means the whole process has to be closely monitored, and wherever there is a deviation or defective thing happening, immediately it has to be changed. So it has this strategy of DMAIC, DMAIC. So D for defining the problem. So what problem, or what is not there during the process. So it doesn't need to be a problem, but something there is a need in the the process area. So we say it as a problem, right? Because there is a need, but it is not there. So we see it as a problem. So defining the problem, then comes the measure phase. Quantify the problem. What is the the quantification? How much the problem will cause the effect, and analyze the problem. So analyze the root causes of the problem, where it has arisen, and improve. So once it has analyzed, immediately eliminate the root causes and improve the method. So implement and verify the solution, and finally C for control. So if the solution is successful, maintain that solution. So this is the DMAIC cycle, which comes under Six Sigma process. Yes, we can skip this. This is not necessary. Okay. Then comes the lean manufacture. You know about it. Lean is all about uh, eliminating the waste. Wherever there is a chance for waste, so eliminate it completely. So waste can happen, while handling the products. Wastage can happen while handling the money, okay, while budgeting, while costing. So wastage can happen. It can happen in the what do you say, the managing the human resource. Wastages may happen. How? If the human skill, an individual skill, is not properly utilized for the betterment of the organization, that is considered as waste. And wastage can happen in time, wastage can happen in resources. Okay. So eliminating wherever there is a chance for waste, identify those chances and eliminate it. So that is the whole concept of lean management, or lean principle or lean manufacturing. So it all starts with there and all there is a chance for wastage. When overproduction happens, there is a chance for wastage, because your company has overproduced it, but there is not much demand in the market. So obviously the excess products left out in the company, so it becomes a dead stock or an obsolete product. So overproduction may lead to waste. Inventory. If inventory is not properly handled, properly managed, Okay, so properly moved from one zone to another zone, then wastage in inventory can happen. Here, inventory, it refers to all type of like physical units, including raw material, including work in process goods, including the finished product, including the maintenance and repair inventory, and including the packing and packaging materials. Then comes the transportation. So wastage may happen in transportation if consolidation is not followed, or if no like full truck load FTL is not followed. If half truck load no like is followed, or unwanted no like the shuttling of the no vehicles is happening, which is not productive. Okay, so there is a chance of wastage happening during the time of transportation. Then waiting time. When no like that important factor or resource is not available, the other resources has to wait for the process to complete. So waiting time that also leads to wastage. Then motion, while in the movement, moving the product or moving no like other physical component, or no like moving the service, that is no transporting the service, or no like moving the laborers or the workers no from one zone to another zone. So if more time is wasted, or no like improper handling of no like materials happen, so during the time of no like unwanted movement, time is also wasted. Then inadequate instruments and methods, over customizing, or no like under customizing, and over processing, under processing. So all this also no like it may lead to wastage. And finally, defects. Once a product is no like complete, that is no it has completed the production, so there may be few defects happening no in the final output, so that is also considered as waste. So lean technology strategy advises the organization to look into wherever no there is a chance for wastage happening. So if you have found out, immediately rectify it. Thereby, wastage will not happen when the process goes on. So what are the key principles of no this lean? Instead of no like going for push processing, go for pull processing. So what is push? Push processing, no, is the strategy which is followed by many companies where they produce goods in advance, store it in their storage location, and whenever there is a market demand, they immediately supplies to the market. And here the control of inventory, no, so that will not happen when the company follows a push strategy, because it is has a product no like ready with it. The products are now already ready in hand. So the company now tries to push the products to their consumers, to their customers. So they have to do heavy advertising, they have to do heavy marketing, they have to know like give lot of discounts, so that no they push the maximum produced units to the consumers, customers in the market. So that is a push strategy. Pull strategy is the otherwise, that is the reverse. That is no like instead of no like procuring in advance, producing in advance, and storing in advance, so store only the required basic components, that is the raw material. Store only the required components, but don't go for production. So when you're going for production is once after the customer has placed the order with you, accordingly, according to the number of orders placed with the organization, the company can go for production. So this is the pull processing. So here you're pulling the customers to your organization, making them place the orders first. Then based on the number of orders, you will be supplying them with the distributing them with the products. So waste minimization, eliminating all wastes that do not add value, and safety nets, maximum usage of scarce resources. So thereby no eliminating the waste, and continuous improvement, the Kaizen process. So thereby reducing cost, improving quality, increasing productivity, and information sharing. So what is the difference between no like a traditional versus lean manufacturing? So in traditional manufacturing, it was completely mass production. Mass production was happening. There was no control over the inventory. Companies tried to procure maximum. and produce maximum and store maximum so that they can continuously supply the products to the market. But what happened was when there was a change in the trend in the market, there was a sudden change happening in the market. So this company has lost because the excess products no they have produced no, so that will become a dead stock or obsolete product. And these companies will try to know like push the products to the customers because no they have their products ready in hand, right? So they have to sell all the products before the new trend comes up, new fashion rises, before the no the current demand no it fades. So they will know like invest heavily no in marketing their brand, marketing their product. They have to give no like a lot of sales discounts and no offers so that no maximum of their products get sold. And so this was not happening traditional manufacturing, no? But lean manufacturing. So since we are now like following a pull strategy and a combination of no like push and pull, that is no keeping the required basic components in hand, but not going for the final product. So when we go for the final product, only after the customer place the order. So since that is followed, so minimizing the wastage and no like minimizing the cost, so that was possible. Okay, so then 5S in lean operations is Seiri, Seiton, all these are Japanese terms. Okay, so if you're looking for exact translation, Seiri means sorting out. So sorting out says no, sort the functions. Don't take up all the functions no one at a time. So go with no different phases of the function. So phase one, phase two, phase three, or stage one, stage two, stage three, or process one, process two, process three. So go with sorting out the process. Okay, so don't start everything at the same time. Then Satan means straighten. Straighten in the sense, so what has to be done first, and once that is done, what has to be done next. So straightening out the process. So stage one, stage two, stage three. Okay, so in that way, straighten out the process. Then the third concept is seizo, that is sweep or sanitize. So when the process happening, even though if the company strictly follows the lean strategy, few wastages may happen. So whenever there is a wastage, that is a tangible wastage happening, immediately that has to be cleaned. That has to be swept off the processing floor because no like unwanted no like wastages which lays no on the floor, heaps on the floor no, it may cause accidents, it may no like cause severe damages. So no like it doesn't look tidy also. So whenever there is a no like small scrapes and no like scraps or no like happening, immediately swipe it off, sanitize it off, clean it off. Then Seiketsu, that is standardizing the process. So now you have no like done something which is streamlined, like so standardize that streamlined process. And finally, Shitsuke, that is sustain, follow it. Okay. So Seiri, Seiton, Seizo, Seiketsu, and Shitsuke. Sort the process, divide the whole process into no like mini projects and straighten it out. So identify which has to be done first, then the second, then the third, then sweep and sanitize, seizo. So whenever the scraps no like falls, immediately clean those scraps, seiketsu, standardize the process and follow it, sustain the process. So here is the difference between no like normal lean concepts and the Six Sigma concepts, and what would be the combination? What would be the effect of the combination of two? So that has been given here. You can know like I'll share the PPT with you, so you can have a look at it. And quality control, quality assurance. So these are the things so usually followed no in any processing units. So quality control is no like maintaining control in all the operations, thereby maintaining the quality. Quality assurance is no like this is the first stage. First stage in the sense quality control will usually will be done no only after the production is done, after the final production is done. But when it comes to quality assurance, So from the starting stage itself, we are maintaining the quality. Okay. So that's the difference. So finally comes the muda, mura, and muri. So muda means unnecessary act of work, and no like unnecessary speaking or unnecessarily wasting time or unnecessarily usage of no electricity or unnecessary usage of the machinery. So all these comes under muda. So that leads to wastage. So work that does not add any value to the product. Then comes the mura, that is uneven or unbalanced work. That is not like a, say, if you're not like making the employees work very hard from morning till afternoon, then from afternoon to evening, no, they have very relaxed time. There is no work to be done. So that is completely unbalanced, right? So that is not regular or uniform. So variation in the operation of the process not caused by external factors. What happens if you follow mura? Easily machines men will be easily exhausted, so soon they will be exhausted. And then finally comes the muri, that is overburden on facility. If a machine can produce a maximum of 100 units within 1 hour, so it has to be left like that. You shouldn't make the machine no like produce no like 200 or 150 units per hour. Don't overburden it. Same applies with employees also, or don't overburden them no with more workload. So if they are capable of no their capacity is this much, a human can no like work for 8 hours a day or maximum 9 hours a day. So that is the capacity. You shouldn't overburden them. So work done forcibly and difficult to perform. So muda, mura, muri, all these three things should be avoided in any workplace. So per chart, Gantt chart. So this is no like a concept of Six Sigma. I will end with this no like TQM, total quality management, which is no like this concept. The DMIC concept. Okay, so TQM is no like total quality management, that is maintaining the quality in each and every operations in the organization. As we discussed earlier, so this doesn't apply only for operational level or only for managerial level or only for a certain department or only for certain functions or only for certain projects. TQM means it applies for each and every component in the organization or each and every activity, each and every levels of like management in the organization. So everyone has to follow the quality matter. Even though like if you belong to like the top management, you're the founder of the organization, you're the CEO of the organization, doesn't matter. Quality means quality. Every should follow the same principle. So that is the TQM principle. Again, it's a Toyota's principle. Clear? So we are done with our session on managing the operations and thereby continuously improving the productivity. So if you have any doubts, I'll be here for another 2 minutes. You can ask. No doubts? Okay. So then I'll see you in another session next time. Thank you. Thanks for participating. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you.